Yeah, with the EU CIS region, a little bit of a delay, but that is due to the fact that Always Wanna Fly, I believe, was the one who won't be joining us for at least game one. FlyToMoon needing a stand-in, they needed to find one, and it ends up being LeBron. So LeBron is stand-in, RMN is stand-in. Two teams that I honestly think even just full strength are pretty close to each other. I think FlyToMoon's been having a pretty good time recently. But now with the stand-ins, like, I love LeBron. I think he's an amazing player. I love watching this guy play. He always knows how to, make an appearance. But it's certainly going to be interesting here and how he's going to fit in with this FlyToMoon lineup, especially last minute like this. But obviously these guys have played together before, so we'll see how it goes.
So before the patch, like you were saying, obviously FlyToMoon have been playing really well. So they would have really fancied their chances coming into this series, especially because Kuroki's not here, right? Like they're playing with RMN instead. So it's a little bit unfortunate for them that they also end up losing their captain. Maybe it was like a goodwill gesture that if they both lose their captain, then it kind of cancels each other out. But yeah. I personally think Kuro is more important to Nigma, though, than Always Wanna Fly is to FlyToMoon. I might be wrong with that. That's just how I would see things. But, yeah. So it'll be interesting to see how Nigma play without their captain, especially. Kuro has an arm injury, I think it was. Is that right? So
that's what it said on Twitter. I'm not sure the extent.
Yeah, so he needs some rest from that or something. Obviously, we don't know all the details, but Miracle's actually the one drafting, which is interesting. I wonder whether it is actually him or whether, somebody else is doing it between them all.
Yeah. So one of the things I want to just talk about really quickly with these picks coming in very fast. In the previous patch, Nigma really liked that Ember as well as the Coddle. Their win rate with the Coddle wasn't that great, but in this newest patch, obviously FlyToMoon have played in Paramatch since the patch came out, and now they have a 100% win rate with Ember and Coddle. It's over only 4 series. I don't think it's that many games. I think it might be like 4 or 5, but it's still 4 or 5 games in a row that they've won with the Ember Coddle combo, and something that they've been really liking. I'm a little bit surprised that the bans from Nigma were the Clockwork and the Rubik. They have been playing the Rubik a lot, the Clockwork not so much, but this combo for FlyToMoon has been their bread and butter so far.
Yeah, I think Ember Coddle's been around for a long time, though, now, right? Like all the teams that take part in all the big tournaments are able to play this combo. Ember just in itself has been around for such a long time. It feels like able for forever. So they have a 100% win rate on it. I will say, the fact that TB's so strong at the moment and Miracle can play that hero so well is always going to go well in Nigma's favor. Especially because it's this picking order again now where they can pick the TB and now ban out 3 heroes against it that are really good. So like, there's instantly already Morphling and Brewmaster gone, right? Brewmaster really good at popping the Dispel in the middle of the fight, and it basically clears through all the illusions, which makes TB's game really hard. That's the reason they've banned it out. Also really difficult for Venge Terrorblade to bully out that Brewmaster in lane. And it'll be interesting for me, especially this series, to see if this Bat Rider gets let through. For me, I think up against the TB is something really big. Oh, no, they've already banned it out themselves on FlyToMoon, actually. Okay.
Yeah, they banned it out, and I know it's a completely different patch, but I had said to you before that Nigma, they had a 92% win rate with Bat Rider through 7.26. Like, that is such a... I think they only lost like once picking Bat Rider.
Yeah, and
which is crazy.
Weehar's been spamming it in pubs recently as well. Like, he hasn't stopped ever since the patch even. So, not a surprise. That Zeus ban's really cool because we were seeing from the Chinese teams last patch that they saw the Zeus as a big threat a lot of the time to the TB, and they saw it as like a direct counter because of the hard magic damage. So it's interesting that Nigma recognized that as well, and they actually ban it out in the second phase, which I think we hardly ever see a Zeus get banned, never mind picked. Like, and they go back for the Shaker. Okay. I assume this is going to be RMN playing Venge, by the way. And then they put the Shaker as the 4. I mean, Mind Control has historically played the Shaker as a 3 in the past. And it does lane up pretty well against Ember. So it could potentially be a 3, but, it could be Venge 3 as well. We'll wait and see. I'd like to see them pick something here that punishes the Shaker. We've seen something like Rubik in the past. Clockwork. So Clockwork got banned out first.
Ooh, okay. So Jakiro comes in, and Jakiro's been one of those heroes that I was talking about during the Chinese event that I really liked. And obviously, again, patch changes and everything. But I really like Jakiro as that follow-up lockdown, where you have someone who, Yules or Searing Chains, even within the Will-O-Wisp, you've got the Ice Path to follow it up. And, Jakiro really does a lot in lane as well. I think he's a very good 5 position.
So you think it's a 5. I'm going to put it out there now just in case. What does TB hate playing against?
Jakiro?
Magic damage.
Oh, okay.
It's the word, but okay.
I was going to say Jakiro. I tried.
We have seen Jakiro like 3 or 4 in the past as well. Mm-hmm. Like, I think they're more likely to put the Ember with the Keeper of the Light in the laning stage, but the Jakiro could still just be the 5 and they just lane it up against the TB with the offlaner, right? And they put the Keeper of the Light as the 4, but lane it with the Ember.
But that's also if they're doing Ember not mid, right?
Yeah, it could just be Ember mid as well. Like they have the flexibility there, because I still think they could put the Jakiro as a 3. I don't think it's awful against the TB specifically. I mean, because like Dual Breath's really horrible to play against because that hero doesn't have a high HP pool to work with. Can you imagine if you had to play against Jakiro, Keeper of the Light as a lane? Jesus.
Oh my god. Jesus. Let's have it. FlyToMoon, give it to us. I want to see some new things. It's a new patch, new days, new event.
I've just realized Rubik was banned as well. I didn't see that before. That's a shame. Okay. Oh. So now this is interesting because they can put the Void Spirit 2 or 3, right?
Yeah. And it gives. I mean, they could throw it 4 too if they really wanted to, and keep that Earthshaker 3. They could go 4 with that Void Spirit. I'd
really like to see a Sand King from FlyToMoon. I think they need to pick up something with hard lockdown, like point-click stun, right?
Ooh.
As they're like, because otherwise this Void Spirit's going to be so difficult for them to kill. Like at the moment they have Chains, which is nice, and they have like Ice Path, which is okay. PL's an interesting one. Okay. I mean, I don't mind the PL pick, but like, I mean, you guys are all going to in Twitch chat go like, oh my god, you pick PL into Shaker. It doesn't work like that. I say it every time we cast and this hack comes up. Like good PL players will just send illusions onto the Earthshaker constantly to cancel his blink.
Sorry, they can't hear you over the sound of chat just saying, "What an idiot! Can't believe he'd pick that." But yeah, it's hard to explain.
Twitch chat's really smart. Okay.
No, I mean they were typing "What an idiot." They can't hear you over the typing. Of "What an idiot."
Oh, it's a keyboard smashing of the keyboard. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay. It's fine. Like the PL pick does okay because like the Earthshaker doesn't really have any kill potential on him in lane as well. Like they have, he has Doppelganger to always get over Fisher if he really needs to. It does okay up against TB as well. Like they don't really have great illusion clear at the moment. Ember's okay. Keeper of the Light's okay, but like in this really late game scenario, they kind of don't really deal with the TB illusions. But again, Nigma are kind of the same. They don't really deal with the PL illusions that well either. So that's why you see like this Timber gets banned out by Nigma, but Lesh gets banned out by FlyToMoon. Like all these illusion clearing heroes are going to disappear from the pool, and it'll be interesting to see what both teams go for to deal with the TB/PL. I can't believe Doom's gone completely untouched though. That's the big one for me.
I mean, they could throw the Doom in the offlane and be pretty happy about that. I'm surprised Mag's gone untouched too. You see Mag 2 games in a row, and all of a sudden it's just untouched.
I think if they're playing TB, though, TB Mag sounds insanely greedy, like, as a combo of heroes. And TB doesn't really need the cleave, like, because he turns into a range hero for the fights anyway. Like, obviously it's really good, because the Empower does base damage, so it works on the TB, but ever since it doesn't do the same effectiveness as it did before, when you use it on other heroes, it's such a small amount of damage now.
Mm-hmm.
And they actually go for it on FlyToMoon. Okay.
So I got one.
I mean, PL Mag's a decent combo though. Like that does kind of help them deal with the illusions and whatnot and push out lanes and things. But their lineup's pretty greedy. I think they're really reliant on this Ember having a good start to the game to make the plays around the map. I think if Ember has a really rough start, then they might struggle. And General has played Ember position 3 before, right? I think. So that it could even be Ember 3 Mag mid here as well.
What about haven't we seen the Doom Ember matchup mid?
Yeah.
Where Doom gets that
The
purge creep and just kind of destroys. Like, is it worth picking up the Doom here, throwing the Void Spirit in the 3 and like trying to go for that?
I think it's still an okay Doom game. The thing is, they need something that deals with the PL, and I don't know what's left in the pool that does. There's not. Maybe Underlord's okay, but okay.
After seeing that band first phase the first 2 games of our day, seeing it get picked up here.
Do they
I'm
pick
excited.
Darkseer? Is the Darkseer the 4 and the Shaker the 3? Which way round do they play it here? This should be interesting. Yeah, and General is going to play the 3 Ember.
Interesting.
I mean, Darkseer enables Void Spirit's game so much, right? And Shaker as well. Like, you shove the Iron Shell on the Void Spirit and he just runs in and it's effectively a Flame Guard. Like, it does such a huge amount of damage. Especially on these, like, relatively squishy heroes early on, like the PL. I'm interested to see which one plays the 3 here, because historically, GH has been the Shaker and Mind Control has been the Darkseer player, but that's the way around they do decide to go for it, though.
Yeah, so there it is. GH on the Earthshaker, Darkseer played by Mind Control. And it does leave Iceberg for this Magnus.
I think it's really important they had something that could build a Crimson Guard there as well on Nigma up against this PL. Because like they need some like utility hero, right, that builds all these items that are going to help them in team fights, whether it's like the mech or Crimson or whatever. Even Solar Crest or something might be okay as well, but it gives them that combination with the Shaker now as well, where they have to vac into Echo Slam if they can ever get it off. But I think they just have to be a little bit worried about this RP here. As long as RMN is in a decent position, he can always save people with the swap if they get RP'd. But I will say, again, I think General has to have a really good game on the Ember to control the tempo. But if he's laning up with the Keeper of the Light, then he should have a decent time. Like that Keeper of the Light just constantly enabling the Ember with the Chakra Magic.
So thoughts on... I haven't asked you yet. I know this is always putting you on the spot. Who's going to win? Who you got?
I'm going to go with... Oh, it's close, isn't it? Because FlyToMoon were playing so well on the last... like recently and stuff. I'll go FlyToMoon. Sure.
All right.
I can get behind the General Ember. I think he's playing so well at the moment, though, as well.
Yeah.
Like, I think he's crazy good.
I think Iceberg's fun to watch, too. You know, ever since we saw him at Epicenter, he's so fun to watch. Or even the Twitch rivals when he played Wisp mid.
Yeah, man, that was so good.
From what I heard, that team was so fun to be on.
It was so funny because it was like reverse captain's mode, wasn't it?
Yep.
And as soon as Iceberg got Wisp, as soon as Wisp got picked, Iceberg was like, I'm playing that.
Yeah, I got to play 5-position Spectre and Slark. It was very...
Have you not been practicing position 5 Spectre in your pubs ready for that moment?
I don't think I got to kill the entire event. Just saying. I'm surprised. It was. I am so disappointed about that tournament. You know that was like one of the only Twitch Rivals events that didn't like have guaranteed winnings. So so there was a lot of pressure on me being a guy with 6,000 or 7,000 less MMR than most, being in this tournament, and you know, felt like I let my team down. It was tough.
You need to put like the Rocky music on and you start spamming solo queued it. How many games in a low did you lose the other day and doubling down?
5.
5. Okay.
I lost the star. Let's just put it that way. It has not been. You know.
They managed to pick up 3 runes on Nigma though. That's really good. Like the Void Spirit managed to take his one next to the mid lane, while the Jakiro tried to sneak it. So I take it all back. Nigma are gonna win because they got 3 Valkyries, and I think RMN got a D ward as well.
I'm sticking with FlyToMoon. I'm not gonna let you sway me.
Oh, Weeha just took a lot of HP losses in the mid lane. I think he took 3 tower hits there.
He's got one Tango and one Salve to work with going into the bottle, so as long as he can keep his regen decent while he goes for that bottle, things should be okay. Because sometimes we see that. We see, these mid lanes kind of go wrong.
Oh, GH.
Even though you're CSing well.
GH's courier.
Ooh, Venge? Okay. Both Miracle and RMN all of a sudden taking a lot of damage down bottom.
I mean, this is the problem with the Illuminate and Sleight Fist, right? They're just getting spammed out the lane effectively. It's going to get really bad when they hit level 2. I wonder if General takes Chains or Flame Guard at level 2. Be interesting. Because, like, the Flame Guard's obviously really good because they have no way of taking it off on the Radiant side. I guess Wave of Terror, but I don't know if it does enough damage. I don't know if it includes the magic resistance from the Ember on the Flame Guard thing, so...
Gosh, he's just that damage coming out. Over bottom was, it's very distressing. That's for sure. Like you said, that Sleight of Fist Illuminate combo can be very disgusting, especially when it's going to be backed by Chakra Magic.
Yeah, for sure. I like how Aloha Dance goes over to block the small camp even though it's already spawned. That was interesting. And he actually did take Chains at level 2, so they do have good kill potential here, like with the Illuminate and the Slight Chains. I think Miracle does have to be a little bit careful. Oh no, Iceberg. Second guy disappeared.
Oh boy.
Hopefully there's not another power issue. Yeah, because we were saying, sorry, as we were saying before, if you've just tuned in, Always Want to Fly has had some power issues, unfortunately.
This changes everything.
So a little bit of the whack-a-meepo. But, we got some time to flesh out our thoughts on this game. As, what are you seeing in terms of the early game from both these teams? Like, what are in the previous series? Like, obviously, we needed to see Invoker's presence, or we needed to see the Clockwork's presence. Something we didn't see in that game too. But like here, what's the game plan, or what should be the game plan for both these sides to really succeed?
I mean, if the TV gets to a point where he becomes really farmed, right? Like, he's going to be the strongest hero in the game, or at least he should be. Like, he should be able to hit a timing before the PL really comes online, hopefully. Where he gets, like, Manta +1, right? But if PL can hit this... Sorry, no, that's not the way round I meant to say. I meant to say PL comes online before the TB. Because if this PL gets an early diffusal timing, like, he can just run at the TB over and over again, right? Like, and just drain all his mana. And unfortunately, with Sunder having a 200 mana cost at level 1, it's really difficult for TB to ever be in a position to keep himself alive. I think Weeha needs to be controlling a lot of the tempo this game, though, for Nigma. And a lot of it is going to come down to the blink timing on GH as well, I think. But like I said, I think FlyToMoon have like a little bit more of a greedy lineup overall. Like this mag needs a little bit of time. The PL needs a little bit of time to come online. It's the same as it was for Viking last series. So it's all in, not all in necessarily, but if General can control the tempo really well with this Ember, I don't know what skill build he's going to go for. Like this offlane Ember, if it goes for more points of Slight Chains over Flame Guard, you don't see a huge amount of this. But if there's any region that can make it work, it's definitely CIS, I'll tell you that much.
I don't know if this game's going to be that easy for GH in terms of getting down an Echo Slam. Like, there's a lot that can really disrupt him and make this difficult, especially if they have the proper vision. You just throw a slide in there, like, you can't blink anymore. You're probably going to get Searing Chains. A Will-O-Wisp might connect. Like, I feel like your positioning has to be pretty much perfect if you're GH with this Earthshaker, which, not to say he can't do that, but it does make this game very tough.
Also, I think it's really difficult for Radiant to push buildings early on as well, because they're playing against Jakiro, Keeper of the Light, right? Like, these two heroes are so good at, like, pushing waves out and offering wave clear. And then there's a mag with Empower as well. Like, I do worry a little bit that for Nigma, that the waves are constantly going to be shoved towards them so that they have more of the map to play with on FlyToMoon.
Still waiting for Iceberg.
But how do you ever count out Venge TB though? That's the, you know.
Yeah, that one is quite the combo, that's for sure. And I think we're good to go. Yeah, you can tell Iceberg's a little bit frustrated.
Just a little bit.
Well, I think he was supposed to have, obviously, always want to fly here, but according to them, his internet dropped like 3 minutes before the game was supposed to start. Void Spirit over mid. Weehot taking a lot of damage all of a sudden. Dropped very low. Forced to use that Sal, but he does have the bottle. So, should be good. You know, should be okay.
Armen taking a lot of damage down to the bot lane, stepping up a little bit too far, loses like half his HP because of it.
Just coming through, and there's that slide again. You can see just the harassment onto Miracle.
Do they have Chakra Magic up again soon? No, not quite yet. He's going to go Blightstone on General as well, and this poke damage is only going to get more and more. I kind of hope he goes for the bottle before the Blightstone, though. Like, you're playing against TB, who has high armor anyway, so there's not really a huge amount of point in building this Blightstone straight away.
It looks like he's going to hold the gold. I mean, he's got 300, almost 400, actually. So, looks like he's going to forego the Blightstone, at least for now, but maybe he makes the decision to go after it. He's not too far away from the bottle, so I think he just holds it.
Iceberg has to be a little bit careful here in this mid lane. He's getting a little bit low on health.
Magic Missile thrown at a little hot. Dance Right Clicks coming in with the Metamorphosis from Miracle, and now over towards top at the same time. LeBron gets taken out by Mind Control. They're looking over at VTune, but they will lose GH. So a bit of a trade going on. Both side lanes all of a sudden getting aggressive.
I think if PL had got the kill there, that would have been a little bit better for FlyToMoon. But the fact they get first blood, obviously, is a good on Nigma, and the gold gets shared for the Earthshaker kill between the Jakiro and the PL. So that's a little bit sad for Vici.
Searing Chains with the Illuminate. RMN in some trouble. Just can't get the kill. Slight Searing Chains on cooldown a little bit too long to lock down RMN.
Yeah, and he does have the bottle coming out on Ember as well. So just before the 5-minute mark, gonna be... Oh no, is he on something else instead? No, his curry's the one at back. Okay, yeah, he does have the bottle coming out.
Just continue to throw the Illuminate, but Magic Missile hits onto Aloha Dance. And remember Metamorphosis to go with this to have that range to secure that kill. And they're going to try and go on a V2, but GH, he's committed pretty far. He's going to take a little bit of damage from the Liquid Fire. LeBron does have the Dual Breath at level 2, but Totem, Dual Breath, GH, hit with it, in some trouble. V2 might be able to clean up on some of these, but Surge, is it going to be enough? No, V2 stays with him. Doesn't actually have enough mana for the Spirit Lance. However, it's going to be close.
Phantom Rushing 1.
Yeah, there it is. Meanwhile, Aloha Dance does end up dropping in the bottom lane.
I've never seen a Phantom Rush on a Surge before, and I'm really sad I hadn't seen it before, because that was amazing. But he is still farming really well on VTune, right? Like, he has 30 CS, so even though he's been pressuring hard in this lane, like, he has the treads, he has the Wraithband now, so he's doing absolutely fine. Like, manages to get the kill on top as well. 1-0-1. And like, if you look at Miracle's farming, like, in comparison, he has double Wraith Wand instead, so he's a little bit behind.
One horn will do the damage of
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
So V-Tune getting close to that level 6. A lot of experience ahead of Miracle.
Radiant are scanning.
LeBron gonna stay up here towards top. Mind Control just behind this tower, doing whatever he can to sustain here.
Radiant's middle
Sustain
tower
and
is
cut.
under attack.
Weehot made a really big rotation down towards bot as well and didn't seem to get anything for it, so
Surge looking over for LeBron. Fissure gets around it. V2 coming over, and LeBron getting low, but the dual breath comes in. GH still just trying to get this kill. Not enough just yet. Liquid Fire comes in. They lose mind control, and it looks like GH is going to go down 2. Good doppelganger and a double kill for V2.
This is so bad. Like, they're getting the Jakira kill, and it's fine, but V2's not dying, and he's not getting pressured from this. Like, if you kill the Jakira, it's fine, but you can't lose things for it like this. V2's getting huge. He's now 3-0-1. Like, all the, like, XP that he gets as well is massive. Because, like, now PL's 2 levels ahead of the TB. And he has 4 points in Phantom Rush, so his farm speed is going to go up so much more. You've got to be really careful.
Things going, I would say, really well right now for FlyToMoon.
Bot lane as well, they're going on General.
Magic Missile. And General, he's getting low. It was good blinding light from Aloha Dance. The RP hits on 2. But here comes Weeha. The Illuminate Sunder. Not a lot of health back, but they take out General. They look over at Aloha Dance. Iceberg can only do so much.
No.
Ooh, there's the Sunder. Sorry, misspoke. But
Iceberg had a
three
shockwave.
coming through for Nigma, and they lose nothing for it. Jesus.
Iceberg had a shockwave, and he didn't use it to finish off Miracle. I don't know, man. That was... I feel like he could have got the kill, because it pulls him back towards him for the last hit as well.
Tower is under attack.
They're trying to find V-Tune in the jungle here. You see Weeha just running after him.
Dire's middle tower.
How much
is
of a
under
problem
attack.
is V2 going to end up being? That's the thing.
Well, he was doing really well, but he left the lane, and now all of a sudden Darkseid's just caught up in net worth because he had like 1 minute of free farm.
Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah, the big problem for me is we said like this General Ember has to have a decent start to the game to control the tempo, and unfortunately he's not had an amazing time like in terms of net worth, right? Because he hasn't gone for this Flame Guard, it's a little bit more difficult for him to find that farm. He's all in on this fighting build, so they need to get this Keeper of the Light level 6 online, and then play around the Will-O-Wisp with the Ember as well.
I restore.
Or GH.
Dire's top tower
Trouble
is
once
under
again. Dual Breath comes through. Fissure lands. They do have the Aether Remnant, but they're still going to lose this Earthshaker. However, LeBron goes down. V2's sitting pretty low here. Weeha needs to be careful. Iceberg making the rotation, and they've got the Shockwave double kill there for V2. So again, they're just continuing to feed this Phantom Lancer kills. 5-0-1 now.
It's the same thing, right? Like, they're just giving him ways back into the game, because even though he, you know, he's been farming okay, but now he's 5-0-1. Like, think of all the gold that he's got from the kills. And he has a mag with Empower on his team as well.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
So it's not even like he's going to fall off.
Yeah. It's really working out so far for V2.
Max actually on double bracer here as well after the treasure. So I'm wondering if he actually skips the Echo Saber and just goes straight for Blink. Could be interesting. And then it allows them to even to be like a little bit more tempo based rather than farm based.
We are coming around the back. It's Aether Remnant on the General. Dual Breath though. Weeha in some trouble. Astral Step trying to find some distance. GH is right here. He doesn't have Echo Slam though. Macropyre laid down. And Weeha, he's in so much trouble. Would assimilate, but there is the Shockwave. It hits! With the Skewer, they are catching up to Weeha. The question is, can they get the kill with the Astral Step, giving him even more distance? And well, the answer ends up being no.
You know, no, in the end, that actually ended up being really good from Weeha, because they got the mid tier 1, because the Mac and the Keeper of the Light just started chasing the Void Spirit instead. So it was Weeha's just got such a massive brain. It was all on purpose. I think is that the defusal finish for PL? No, he's got he needs just the recipe left. And I hope if V-Tune has this diffusal now, he's not afraid to just like get involved with the fights now early on, because I feel like burning the mana of like the Void Spirit and the TB makes their game so hard.
Yeah, very much so, and it feels like
I just don't want to see him like just AFK jungling with a defusal, right? Like he can fight with his team early on, especially around this Will-O-Wisp that Aloha Dance now has.
So how close is he to this defusal? He's actually just a recipe off of it, and this is a pretty quick defusal. You can see where he's at compared to Miracle's TB, and that was one of the things that he said was a key to victory was, you know, how quickly he can get that diffusal blade and what they can transition that into.
Yeah, and he's a level ahead of the TB as well. It's not just the
Magic
gold,
Missile, Fissure, Echo Slam, General. He ends up dead, but a good 3-man. Whoa, it's and the Ice Path. Oh, man, a little hot dance with the Illuminate takes them both out. Wow.
That was so nice, actually. That looked so satisfying. And now they just have the diffusal up on the PL in like 100 gold. And he's going to start running at them. GH really needs this blink. He's about just over 1,000 gold away. That's going to be the big timing for them. And at least for Miracle here, like he's able to just freely push this top tier 1. So he's getting the space to come back online and try and contest the PL's farm. Aloha Dance did... sorry, not Aloha Dance. Iceberg did end up going back for the Echo Saber, though, instead of just going for that blink.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
It's just fine.
There's the defusal.
Oh, he's actually...
Dire's
He has the
top tower
Oblivion
has
stuff, and he's
fallen.
holding 1,900 gold. LeBron's in trouble on the Jakira, though. Well, I say that.
See that Ice Path comes in, Macropyre down, GH forced to run. Aloha Dance, he's on the high ground. Now next to Mind Control, but the Blinding Light, he's out of mana too.
Radiant's bottom
So
tower
not much
is
Mind
under
Control
attack.
can do there without mana.
And Miracle's just able to freely take the top tier 1, and now look at the net worth. Like, TB's just gone untouched for like 3 minutes, and all of a sudden, like, he's
Dire's
right back up
top
there again.
tower is under attack.
Goes for the evasion talent up against the PL as well, which is really
Radiant's
nice.
bottom tower has fallen.
They need like Jakira or Keeper of the Light or someone to just go and sit up in this top lane and push the lane in. Play the dead lane.
Dire's top tower is
Or like
under
maybe even
attack.
just mag or something. Okay, so he has 2,500 gold on the mag. I'm wondering what if he's thinking about building a Blink or an Orchid now instead. Oh, no, he does just get the Echo Saber. That's so weird.
Dire's
Why has he
middle
saved so
tower
much
is
gold?
under attack.
Why not just buy the Echo Saber?
Yeah, very odd.
Invisibility.
Aloha Dance in general just working as a duo right now with this Kato as well as the Ember.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
And that Chakra Magic, level 4, ready to go. Like, this combination is ready.
Weehar's really underfarmed on this Void Spirit. Like, he hasn't even got his first item yet, and it's almost 15 minutes into the game.
Captured in the flame.
But he has been really active on this hero this game. Like, he's trying to get involved with fights, so you can kind of understand it.
Oh gosh, they take out Aloha Dance. Miracle comes in with a Metamorphosis. Just cleans up the Kato. Astro step forward. LeBron in some trouble. But how far is Weeha willing to go? The rest of the team still backed off a little bit. They don't have the Magnus nearby, and they're actually TPing GH towards top.
Radiant are scanning.
He's almost got the Yash on PL as well here, so looking pretty good for him. The TB did pop the meta though, and they only really got a Keeper of the Light kill, so...
Yeah.
Are they looking towards Roche here? On Nigma?
Found Iceberg. A kill
Okay,
here. Might
that's-
even transition into the pit, but with Metamorphosis duration a little bit low, I think they just take what they've got and continue to farm.
I'll be honest, though, I didn't even see Mag playing on the other side of the map. So they weren't going for the Roche, they were just going for the Mag kill. Well played by Weeha to Astral Step in front of the skewer, just to make sure they get the kill.
Yeah. And they made the TP back with GH going back when they were pressuring bottom, but to find that Magnus, slow him down, certainly a great pick off there for Nigma, and I believe, yeah, Blink Dagger's coming out for GH.
So this is a big timing for them. If they can get like a good smoke off with the Echo reveal, like with the Blink, could be huge. And I think if they can find the PL, that's like the biggest kill on the map, right? If they can just slow down this PL's farm to allow the TB to catch up, that's huge. But with this Blink reveal from Iceberg, I don't know if Nigma saw it before or not.
Radiant's middle
If they didn't,
tower
then this
is
could
under
take them by
attack.
surprise here.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
They really want to find this TB, but he's actually pushed up a little bit further onto the other side of the map.
Aether Remnant locks up General, and with the Fissure, they just destroy him. But RP hits
good
on the
RP.
2 Macropires there and the Will-O-Wisp, so this is going to do a little bit of damage with V2 coming around the back. They get the kill on a Mind Control. There's nowhere for him to really go. The Ice Path lands once again, so Darkseer gone, blink away from GH. Weeha and RMN trying to set up.
Structures are fortified.
All the while, TV just continuing to farm.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
I wonders whether PL might go for something like an SMY to try and tank up a little bit more, but seems like he wants to beat. I mean, it's a good Manta game, though, is the problem, right? Like, purges off the reflection from the TB, and they're going to kill LeBron.
Your fate line was unfortunate to touch my path.
I feel like FlyToMoon have this really big problem where they did much better in the early game than they thought they would. And now, like, General on this Ember really wants to group up and just try and fight people, but the other two cores are, like, a little bit more farm heavy. That was, like, the first big fight they've had, and considering the... It feels like they have more potential to fight, right? On Nigma, but they're a little bit behind, so...
They're only
Micro-
about 1,000 behind. It's not terrible. Grab this Roche, grab an Aegis, even up the game. Get that second life there for Miracle. And he's just been staying away. He's just been staying away and farming the entire time.
They understand with the two big ults down in the RP and the Will-O-Wisp that they can just freely head into the Roche pit. I really like that Miracle's going for this really early BKB though. I think it's so difficult for him to fight into this like Diffusal PL, the Ember, the Will-O-Wisp, like even the Ice Path and things flying through without a BKB. And they have to be able to fight relatively early on, otherwise I think they're going to start to lose the map pretty quickly. Nethershall for the voice rate, that's crazy good. Is he not keeping it for himself? They're giving it to GH or something instead. It looks like they are.
So, do they have a smoke? Yeah, they have a smoke on LeBron. The question is, do they set up with that? They've got 3 heroes here, potentially looking to smoke. Although the entire time V2 just continuing to farm. He's going into the Manta and he almost has it.
And
So General again getting caught, and General had such a good start to this game, but you know he's 0-4, and all of a sudden he's losing his effectiveness.
This is what I mean though, right? Like, he wants to be able to just run at them and fight all the time, but the other heroes on FlyToMoon just aren't willing to do that right now. Like, the Mag and the PL are just farming away, which they're happy to do, but it's not what General wants to do.
Shakiro now, LeBron, RMN gets the kill, and Nigma 1 by 1 are just continuing to get pickoffs, and they're playing way more aggressively than FlyToMoon are, and way more successfully with their aggression.
And the pickoff game is exactly what Weeha wants to do, right, on this Void Spirit. This is like, if he finds like these kills like this, he can set up with the Aether Remnant, with the Yules that he has. If they take these big 5-5s, it can be difficult for Nigma to fight into them, especially before Shaker had Blink.
Use gold given.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
General coming around, finds Weeha, and they've got the Aether Remnant with the Dissimilate. General again taking so much damage, the Slight not gonna matter. General now dead for the 5th time.
And Weeha just finds another one.
He's gonna continue forward looking for V-Tune. It'll pressure him out of the jungle, and V-Tune just getting cut down out of this, you know, what should be a safe area for him to farm.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
My question for FlyToMoon is like, at what point do they feel like they're going to be stronger? They found LeBron again, like it's another pick-off here.
Yeah, Magic Missile within the Metamorphosis. Miracle gets another one, and it is, you know, surprisingly, FlyToMoon are holding on to a 1,000 net worth lead, but the entire time, like, Nigma are moving around the map and continue to find success.
You know, yeah, like you say though, that with the Empower that they have, like the Mag and the PL are still farming really well.
Yeah.
I just would have liked to have seen them use the timing they had earlier on, where it felt like the PL was stronger. But now they're just playing into this Aegis. Maybe they feel like they just can't fight at all. So they just want to dodge them completely. And like, if the Jakiro dies, it's not great, right? But like, it's just the Jakiro. He's just trying to push waves out. Like dodge fights.
Well, Dance, he dies again. Another pickoff for Nigma. And how many unanswered pickups have there been? Is General, he's in trouble again. Remnant to the side. I don't know if that's going to be enough. They commit the wall. Maybe not the best with that for mind control.
He's just losing all his mana on mind control. So annoying.
FlyToMoon. Is PL going to be enough? Like, obviously Magnus is getting farmed too. He's got the Blink as well as the BKB and the Echo Saber. Like, he's doing everything he can to stick with it, and he's very far ahead of Weeha, but at the same time, he's 0-2 compared to Weeha, who's 7-2-6. You can tell the difference in effectiveness, despite the fact that he's a lot lower in net worth.
Mm-hmm. Maybe with the Blink, with a BKB reveal from the Mag, they feel like they can fight now. The problem is this is the problem I was saying, where they don't have a great catch. That's why I thought they'd pick something like Sand King last as their offlaner and put the Ember as a core. Because they're really struggling to like find these openings, especially on heroes like GH on the Shaker, who if you don't bring him down first, like this counter initiation that can come through from the Echo is so potent. And like this Void Spirit can just roll his head across the keyboard and escape. Like, they're going to find another one mid here.
Aether Remnant locks up a little dance. Fissure to follow it up. Astral Step, and they've got another. It's 19-9. I don't know when the last time FlyToMoon got a kill was, but it certainly feels like a while.
Aegis just go down here, though. They're trying to play around their vision here, though, on the high ground on FlyToMoon. Nigma just playing the other side of the mid lane.
So,
like, with the net worth in itself, this Void Spirit doesn't feel like he should be massively scary, but there's an Iron Shell on top of him. So, like, when he runs in like this, he's really difficult to deal with. What does he have coming out on Courier? Oh, he has an Orchid. Like, I don't know, PL has Manta, but General has to be really careful about that. Like, if he can just ever find one of these supports, they just instantly died to the Orchid as well.
nice
Oh,
path.
what are yours?
Trying to go with the skewer, but he actually skewers into an Aether Remnant, which allows him to get hit by the magic missile. So BKB's Popeye Iceberg looking over at mind control, uses the RP to just go onto the darts here, but the Echo Slam from GH on the back line. Fissure hits on all of them. There's the vacuum wall, and all of a sudden things are falling apart very quickly for the side of FlyToMoon. You've got Miracle in here with the Metamorphosis. They'll get the kill into GH as well as Weeha. They've lost a couple of heroes on the side of Nigma, so now the BKB's been Popeye Miracle. They go after mind control, who's dead again. They get the kill. 45 seconds on the sideline, but they lose a little hot dance. LeBron Iceberg trying to do all they can.
BKB's running out.
It's problematic for Nigma. It started off so well. They'll lose RMN and FlyToMoon. They're so successful in this engagement. They've got the Shockwave. They'll get the Sunder off, but it won't matter. Miracle's going down whether you like it or not. And FlyToMoon V-Tune with a triple kill to win that fight.
When GH found that like opening on the Echo Slam on the backline, like, it's okay, but I think he has to be your hero that's like controlling the PL in the fights. Because if your Shaker's not the one controlling the PL, then I don't know who is. And if he's going to find that opening onto the two supports in the backline, they have to have somebody else there to like follow up with the damage. Because that's the Keeper of the Light just didn't die, right? Then all of a sudden, turns around, they get the Will-O-Wisp off, so the TB has to pop his BKB relatively early in the fight just to try and kill it.
It looks so good.
Yeah, really good fight though for FlyToMoon.
It started off so well for Nigma. It really looked like they were going to get a very quick kind of fight out of that. GH, the Echo Slam positions onto the back lines, like it looked like it was there, but it all falls apart. So close, you know, a game of 10 HP or so.
And then all of a sudden, PL just has 4k net worth, right? Like it's such a big difference now between where he was and what he's got now. Because all of a sudden he's going to have like another big item out, right? Like maybe it's a Basher, maybe he wants to go for Skadi or something. We'll have to see. He's got Butterfly queued up now as well, so maybe he just goes Abyssal into the Butterfly. But I don't know whether he saw, but TB's building Butterfly. And I'd like to think that if he knew the TB was going Butterfly, he might consider building an MKB. Or maybe they feel like they have enough magic damage to deal with the TB, even though he's got BKB, right?
Yeah.
Are scanning.
And that RP, well, you know, it was only on mind control. I wasn't certain it was going to be enough. But it ends up being enough for FlyToMoon. They get the full team wipe. Now they find themselves General for Nigma, and they will grab this Ember once again, who's now 1-6-4.
Yeah, back to the pickoff game for Nigma.
5-on-5.
I think General really needs a BKB, I think, on this Ember now. Or like maybe even a Lotus as well is pretty good up against the TB to like stop him from trying to sunder targets specifically. But I think he just needs a way of being able to purge the Orchid as well. It's really important. We are just running around though everywhere, being as annoying as possible.
BO3 taking a lot of damage. You know, that Orchid comes in and all of a sudden you find the right one, you can really output quite a bit, and it becomes a bit of a problem for BO3. Not the end of the world just yet. So 2K lead for FlyToMoon this game. Another one of those close ones. I mean, the biggest lead is what we have right now. Slight Searing Chains, Dual Breath. Use the Glimmer Cape, but they've got the Ice Path as well as some Dust, so RMN will fall. 4 heroes down here bottom. They're trying to go in onto the Coddle. They've got Mind Control right on Aloha Dance with GH on his tail. So, well, there's the Vacuum, and there's the Totem. So they will control Aloha Dance. It's just a matter of time until he goes down.
We have just stuck in trees, dude. They want to try and fight bot here, though. They know that the rest of FlyToMoon are down here. They're trying to kind of like bait somebody out. And Nick Miracle's going to run into Iceberg.
They'll find this Magnus. BKB committed. The Skewer away, and the TP attempt, which will be there.
It's pretty nice they managed to get a mag 9-second BKB out of there for nothing, really. So
Yeah.
it was pretty good.
Now down to 8 seconds.
Nice. He has almost got the Abyssal, though, on the PL, so might be able to try and help him deal with this Void Spirit with their lack of lockdown. You know, we were saying that he's been really difficult to catch so far, so with the Aura Destruction as well, his damage output now is going to be huge.
Is he going to keep that Quickening Charm? He's actually giving it away. I'm surprised.
What have we here?
Ember's going to take the Quickening Charm, okay.
That's pretty good. Pretty good Ember. And he did go for that Lotus, by the way. I like this pickup from General. Oh, TB gets an orb as well. That's fair. At least they both get one. I hate when like one team gets an Illusionist cape or something and the other doesn't, and they both have Illusion heroes.
They're setting up. Look at where GH is. Waiting for somebody to come through.
They really want to just carry on playing around Vision on both sides.
If they can catch Aloha Dance, that would be great. Ice Path Lens onto 1. They've also got the Root coming through. The Will-O-Wisp is in. BKB's been popped by Miracle going after V2, and they've got the Magnifier out. And RMN, he'll be caught, he'll be killed. 46 seconds without buyback.
And that's a TB BKB for nothing. Like he pops it to kill the Will-O-Wisp, but he realizes that, like, even with the Vision on the high ground they have, they can't really push up. It's so difficult for them. And now that PL has Abyssal, like, I think TB has to be really scared. They are? Oh, they're actually just going to go Roche.
You got to try and get something out of it, right? You've used your BKB, you've used your meta. It's a big timing that you'd have to wait on.
It feels like, for me, from watching this game, that FlyToMoon, it feels like they're lacking, like, direction, right? Mm-hmm. Which we said, well, I said before the draft that I thought Kuroki was more important to Nigma than FlyToMoon, so that Always Wanna Fly was to FlyToMoon. But it feels like the complete opposite now we're watching this game. Like, it looks like they're really struggling with, like, direction and what they should be doing all the time. Like, there's 2 Roches they've just given up for free, right, this game. When they, you know, they still had RP up, they could have still fought. And there's an AC up on Mag now as well, which is really nice.
21 has that extra 8 armor from the 20 talent. V-Tune, meanwhile, he also just hit level 20, so he's got that extra Phantom Rush range. Are you surprised at the lack of an Ags from Weeha?
No, I mean, I don't mind the Orchids. Like, it was okay when he hit it, like the timing before, but it feels a little bit lackluster now, right? Because there's a BKB on Mag, Manta on PL. GH is in trouble, though. He's got Blink up, but...
Trying to get away from V-Tune and Surge. They'll find GH, put the vacuum back. Not going to matter. Into the wall. Iceberg and V-Tune are in it, but nobody else is coming over. So that is a wall down and on cooldown for 100 seconds. Don't find mind control.
And they should be able to take the top tier 1 here, I assume. Like, I mean, they can just backdoor it if they want, right?
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Miracle about to finish Scotty. He's got that Aegis still to work with for a long time. We'll see if they go for anything once GH is back up.
Is it time for a Twitch chat vote? Is that the...
I'm down. Yeah, go for it.
So, let's just make it nice and easy. Press 1 if you think Nigma are going to win. Right, press 2 if you think FlyToMoon are going to win, because it's pretty close. Like, there's not a huge amount in it here. FlyToMoon might have the lead in terms of gold, but it's only 2k, and Nigma still have this Aegis to work with. Miracle about to pick up the Skadi.
Dire's bottom tower
Iceberg.
Coming in on a Miracle, and now the Astral Step. They've got RP available as well as the BKB, but Iceberg will use that BKB to just skewer away. So V-Tune thinking about going in. The blink
Big
back.
RP.
Oh, the RP! It's massive! Because now they've got the macro power. They'll lay down Weeha and Arman's lives on the ground. They'll take out mind control. Miracle trying to fight for everything he's got for the side of Nigma, but it's not working out, that's for sure. You've got V-Tune and the rest of FlyToMoon around you, and so much trouble ahead. They will get the first life out of the hands of this TB and look for even more. Miracle. He'll try to run. He'll try to get something, but there's the diffusal once again inside the ice path. There's the Illuminate. Miracle. Can he fight? Can he get anything for his troubles, for his hardships? The Sunder is out. It'll just buy some time, buy some space. But at the end of the day, Miracle, you're dead. You're gone. You're dead on your screen already, and all you can do is hope that the next life is more fruitful.
Odds on PL changing to MKB now after that.
Dire's bottom
All you
tower
people that press
has
1 in
been
chat
denied.
for Nigma, you're going to be sweating now. I like how we asked it just before the big fight came through.
Yeah.
Sick fight from FlyToMoon. They're really good RP. I mean, there's not too much else to say about that. Like, they get the RP down, they get the Will-O-Wisp down, follow up Ice Path as well. Wasn't even like perfectly chain stunned, but it doesn't need to be. And they instantly blow up Weeha at the start of the fight.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
They did that without vision on the high ground as well, by the way. Like, really good RP from Iceberg.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Mid lane.
General. General, not as easy to kill. Especially when it's just Weeha going after him.
I love that he understands his limits so well on the Zero.
Running forward, the rest of the team coming around. I'm going to see if they can find RMN or anything within this area of the jungle, but they won't.
He's still going Butterfly on the PL. Fair enough.
I thought maybe he'd change it, but he kept it cute.
Oh, Weeha.
Find General, but did he find General or did everybody else find Weeha? Weeha dead for what is now the 5th time. He's 10, 5, and 6. Like, it's not like he's had an awful game or anything. But moments like that I just don't know if you can have if you're Weeha in a spot like this.
Radiant's
And there's a
top
DD
tower
that
is
spawned
under
bot here
attack.
as well.
Oh,
Mind Control's just going to take it away from them. It's a bit of a shame because they would have loved to have taken a Roche or something here, right? But Nigma are doing a really good job of just pushing their lanes up,
Radiant
making
are
sure that
scanning.
FlyToMoon can't really get a huge amount from this. Good scan from Nigma there.
Dire
They
are
know they're
scanning.
coming.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And he does queue the MKB up on the PL now.
bunch of TPs away. Get some space between them and FlyToMoon. And they're cutting into this net worth deficit. Like, it's 7K, then it's 5K. Like, they're farming quite a bit. The TB's got a lot of farm. I think the big drop-off, though, is that mag to the Void Spirit.
We have just really struggled in the last few minutes or so.
Radiant's
Like,
courier has been
he has his
killed.
BKB now, so he's going to be more difficult to kill. But if they find like an initiation with an Abyssal or like an RP, he's still going to die.
Yeah, they're going to come around the back. BKB's been popped by Weeha. Can they get the kill on that Weeha dance? Yes, they can. So out of the lockdown there for FlyToMoon, with the Willows no longer being available, is gone. So FlyToMoon will just back off and wait.
He does have
another
buyback though on Keeper. So if something kicks off here, he can just buy back and try and get back to the fight again.
Nothingness. Bounty, which my matriarch will prize.
We're still waiting for that big vac into Echo Slam though, right? We haven't seen that combo all game yet. It's not easy to pull off. I'm not saying that it's definitely going to happen, but
Dire's
we've
middle
seen
tower is under
these top
attack.
teams do this so many times. It reminds me of like the old VP Dark Sis Slardar stuff with
Dire's
the
middle
vac into
tower has
Blink
fallen.
Crush.
I just missed the DK Phobos Darkseer days. Bring that back. If Darkseer is back in the meta, does DK Phobos find a team?
Sure.
Does he restart Team Spirit?
Why not?
Get him and Illidan back in pack?
I don't know if he'll find a team because a lot of CIS teams are very stable and they never swap players around, so it might be difficult to form a new team. Gappa 1, 2, 3. Oh,
RMN.
RMN.
Spotted and dusted. Dominating
Actually,
for Iceberg.
To be fair, going back to that point, that joke I just made, I wouldn't really call it a joke, it wasn't really funny, but a lot of the CIS teams recently have been pretty good, because, historically they've been so bad at just roster swapping constantly all the time, but, it feels a little bit better right now.
Especially in a time like this, where I feel like roster swapping would probably be at its peak.
Yeah, 100%, right? There's no, massive tour, lands going on or anything. But it's difficult to know the true strength of your roster, I think, until you play at lands and stuff.
Bottom.
He has a MKB on Miracle now, on the Terrorblade, so at least this PL... Oh,
Right on, General.
is he really going to go for this?
I don't know if he can.
There's an Axe on General now as well. Should probably point that out.
Double damage.
Yeah, probably sees that and knows that they can't make that move. 8K lead, though. So, FlyToMoon definitely in a great spot for themselves. A minute 40 until the next Roche is up. They're going to posture around the pit and continue to put the pressure onto Nigma, extend that lead. But we'll see if Nigma are willing to fight. They've got Miracle as well as Mind Control up forward. The Abyssal Blade is used on a GH. GH uses the Ghost Scepter. He tries to get away. Now looking to throw the Fissure, but here comes General. The swap from RMN. That'll save the life of GH. Now the Fissure hits onto the Ember, so General's locked up for a second. However, the Diffusal Blade on a GH, and Mind Control, he's trying to swerve his way out of the hands of FlyToMoon.
It's just so difficult for Nigma to try and push into an area, right? They're holding the high ground here on FlyToMoon really well with this vision they've put down, and they're defending it to make sure Nigma can't come and control this area up on the Radiant top jungle.
Hot Dance giving the tip out to Miracle. He's got that meta available.
Yeah, I was going to say, he didn't pop meta at least. That's the most important thing, right? And the Roshan spawning in 40 seconds again. I think that's going to be the big fight for both of these teams next.
And if it's right, Nigma, that's a spot that they like fighting. I mean, obviously RP in a funnel position or vacuum into a wall, but Iceberg pops the BKB. They go after GH. GH throws the Echo Slam. Oh no! GH
Weeha's in
uncharacteristically messes up, but General, he ends up dead regardless. Weeha, he's gone. Buyback comes in from General. They look over at Miracle. Miracle, he
BKB up.
does have this BKB. Looks over at V2. Now Iceberg in some trouble. The Ice Path is down. That'll split up the fight a little bit, but there, back, V2 looking over as the Willis is in. The BKB's been popped by Miracle. He doesn't have the damage. Iceberg on the high ground trying to do what he can, but the blinding light! It sends him up to the high ground or over the cliff. Iceberg ends up dead. V2 still trying to fight, but they are without Iceberg for 94 seconds. They get the kill to LeBron. DOTA, they take out RMN. RMN has buyback as well. V2, he's getting low. He's on the run. The wall is down. They'll take out the big bad Phantom Lancer. They'll buy back on this Jakiro. They look over as Aloha Dance trying to get out of this one. But the flicker, I think, just sent him a step to the left. Miracle takes out this Okado, and he's got a triple kill as Roche is back up. A huge win for Nigma.
Yeah, really good fight by Nigma. They managed to take control of that high ground that we talked about. They get their own ward down at the start of the fight, and it allows them to see everything. Like, even though GH misses an echo, the reason that fight's so good is because Miracle has this butterfly, and there's no MKB on the PL yet. Like, it's really difficult for him to fight into the Terrorblade at the moment because he doesn't have that way of piercing not only through the butterfly evasion, but the talent evasion as well. He has an extra 16% on top. It's so difficult for him. And until he has that True Strike coming through, I think Nigma can just fully capitalize on this. And this is a third Roche in a row that is going to go completely uncontested, like, in their favor. I think if Weeha doesn't have the cheese there in that fight and they bring him down before they need to pop the RP, like, the fight goes a lot better for them, right? Because they can use the RP on a different target. But the fact that Weeha manages to get the cheese off that then forces Magnus to use the RP on him means the Terrorblade's just freely allowed to do whatever he wants in this fight. And I love that V-Tune has Rapier queued up as well. I think it's much better than the MKB here. I think you just have to go for it. Like, the full-on True Strike is so important here up against the TB.
Giving the Aegis over to Miracle. But then Cheese and the Ag's Blessing go to the Void Spirit. You know, you didn't want that Terror Wave, I guess.
Oh, not this TB Ags again. Jesus. It's actually not too... It's not awful, but, like, I think the Void Spirit Ags is just better, right?
Yeah, of course. I'm just messing around, guys. Miracle has Metamorphosis up as well as the BKB, but the BKB is down to 5 seconds. He picks up a Daedalus. I don't think FlyToMoon are going to look to fight until they've got themselves this Divine Rapier, which they're not too far off of. Only 1,000 gold.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
They can defend the high ground potentially and, you know, look to make something happen. This is, of course, going to be a Divine Rapier without a Satanic.
I think that's fine, though. Like, obviously he'd like to have the Satanic, but at least the Abyssal makes him a little bit more tanky.
Top tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Are they going to try and push this in here? I mean, they're holding the high ground, right? But, like...
Radiant's top tower has fallen. Dire's structures are fortified.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yes. Cliff comes
Okay.
out.
For a second there.
Top tower is under attack.
And look at where GH is positioned. Looking ready to go.
I mean,
not looking to whiff the Echo Slam again.
They really need this Rapier, otherwise they can't fight. Like, Miracle's just too strong. He has the Daedalus as well, so he's really chunking with the Leveler onto these buildings. Oh, Ice Path missed.
Radiant's
Thunder.
top tower
He's level 25 and he took the Metamorphosis attack range.
Yeah, he doesn't have the Sunder cooldown, which is... I'm surprised he did that, but...
Dire's
He has the
bottom
Aegis, so I guess he's not really too worried. I honestly think V-Tune should just be out farming a Rapier somewhere at the moment. Like, I don't think they can defend this without it.
Back off, so now he'll have that opportunity, and he's got the gold now. So, has the gold, we'll pick up the Rapier, and then I think they'll look to fight. At least that's what they're positioning to do.
There's a double damage top here as well, which if PL picks up could be absolutely game-changing.
Yeah,
Oh, the team denies it.
Very wise.
But look at where Nigma are. Like, they're just holding their positioning really defensively here because they know that they see nobody pushing out this bot lane anymore, right? Like, they know a smoke's going to be happening. It feels pretty obvious, I think.
Mere coin.
And they read it well. And here's the rapier.
Yeah, he has that rapier. They tried to smoke, trying to make something happen. TB, meanwhile, pound 6,000 gold. Aegis will expire in a couple of minutes. I mean, they've shown that once you take out Miracle once, it's not hard to take him out a second time. But
Well,
it's getting
it
through
took
that
them
first time.
forever.
Well, now that they have a little bit of True Strike on them.
Yeah, for sure. But I can't tell you how much easier this is going to make PL's life. Like, he couldn't fight into the PL the TB at all before, but he's even going BKB next, which I think is pretty good. I think it's better than the Satanic. Like, he needs the magic immunity up against like this Darkseer Shaker and even the Void Spirit as well.
Regeneration.
So things kind of slow down for a little bit.
We have been blessed with good games today.
Oh,
huh?
yeah. It's been a fun day.
That's been really nice. Like, I felt bad for Zyra and Trent earlier on, like 2-2-0s that didn't really feel like series at all, right? Like, they just ended so quickly, and then all of a sudden we get these amazing games. Like, sorry guys.
Better luck next time. But this is sorry, you know? They're gonna get great games tomorrow. You just know it. It's the way this region works. We just got blessed today. Some days you get blessed by RNGesus, some days you get blessed by the game gods.
Yeah. Who knew PLTB was going to go late? Huh. That's a shock to absolutely nobody.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
All right, let's do another Twitch chat update, guys. Come on.
All right.
1 if you think Nigma are going to win. 2 if you think FlyToMoon are going to win.
And 3 if you think we're trash. Just had to add that one.
no.
I feel like there were a couple 3s in that last vote, and we didn't even ask for it. So now I feel like if now we've asked for it, they're justified. They're justified.
I'm spamming
Radiant's
3 in
top
the chat,
tower
dude.
is under attack.
All right.
I'm going to make all my second accounts.
Radiant's top
Get in
tower.
there.
Oh,
They
swap fissure. They got the remnant away. Ice Path comes in, locks up GH, and well, they'll use the RP. They'll get the skewer back.
Oh,
Not
no.
work out though for them. The Lotus Orb sends the magic missile back at RMN. Artifice, Searing Chains hits on TB. Ice Path comes in, but it's actually a little bit short of Miracle. They'll use the Shivas. They'll jump in forward. The Astral Step. They look and find the Yules on a V-Tune. V-Tune needs to be careful. Aether Remnant down with the BKB being popped by
drop the
Weeha.
Willows
Echo
right now.
Slam comes in. Down goes LeBron, Dota, and V-Tune low. V-Tune in trouble. Willis can only do so much. They need to get the Phantom Lancer out of here. The skewer back from Iceberg. Iceberg's probably going to try and give up his life, or maybe even TP out with the Willis. No, he doesn't get it off. The last second,
V-Tune's
they
still in
get
trouble.
the kill. V-Tune on the run. He is trying to get away from RMN. The Lone Venge. Can he do it?
Dyer's bottom barracks.
Could you imagine?
Dyer's bottom barracks has fallen.
Just screaming for Kuro at his monitor as he tries to throw the stun out onto the PL.
Dyer's structures
I mean, yeah, a
are
really good fight there. I don't know why the Willows came out so late, though, from Aloha Dance. I feel like if they dropped that earlier, like they might be able to just keep their PL alive. But amazing Echo Slam by GH. Just absolutely destroys the PL with the TV damage coming through.
Now they're going to try and fight.
He's
V2,
dead.
He's just gone. BKB and a GG, that's for sure. Divine Rapier into the hands of Miracle, and just like that, they keep him alive, but then he ends up falling. And a split second later, not only do I crash, but so do the chances of FlyToMoon winning that game.
I